did 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but in the summer the schedule gets thrown out the window. And today I'm excited to be checking out the 63rd most popular project on Kickstarter games. It is Liberation from Francis Gilles Ricard, an intense asymmetric game where resistance and occupier clash in a shadow war of ruthless tactics and decisive. Decisive. I thought it was divisive. Decisive decisions. Fun in less than 24 hours. 1 to 4 players. 60 minutes. Ages 10 plus. I don't mind the main image. Kind of like it. I didn't like the original one, which was just nothing but the theme. But this one shows me the box. I see it's got 2 expansions. I see acrylics. I think 1 to 4 players, 60 minutes, ages 10 plus. Intense, asymmetric. You've scratched a lot of itches here. I definitely feel like this fun in less than 24 hours could probably be easily replaced by something that's actually exciting, which we'll figure out as we go through there. But yeah, those are acrylics. Okay, I might zoom in just a smidge bit. It was hard to see if they were acrylics or standees. And I feel like you could easily do that by just kind of cutting out a little bit of the back end of the top right here, because it's like nobody's seeing that. If you're here, you're watching the video or scrolling down. If you're there, you don't see all those little details. But it's raised $42,000. It's happening. Awesome. Kudos to them. 9 days left to go. As always with the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Convince Kickstarter backers of those 3 things. Get their money. Let's go.
Ici, Londres.
New 1940, they collapse. Seven trips march down the Champs-Élysées. Networks are forming. Choices are being made. Resist. Or collaborate.
Cet armistice serait non seulement une capitulation,
Every decision matters.
mais
Come on.
encore un asservissement. Or,
Okay, we're getting way too much sizzle over steak here. And I don't feel like the sizzle's, like, amazing. Like, I feel like it's good. Like, and here's the thing. I am a historical themed game lover. Like, if you have a nice historical themed game, I am so in on that. I wish I could do board games. I can't for whatever reason. I can't get into them. But man, I love historically themed games. So I'm the market for this. And I'm like, I want to know way more than what you're doing by just going by. Just so fast. Showcasing just a smidge bit here or there. In the face of ruthless occupation. High stakes game. Like, what does that mean? Every decision matters in this game. A relentless struggle. This just feels like buzzwords. Buzz phrases, I should say. That board looked nice. Ignite insurrection. For liberation. Oh, what's that? Unique and replayable scenarios. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. 1 minute and 12 in, and we're actually getting some meat and potatoes here. That's what I love to see. That looked great. Campaign mode, yes. I mentioned that in the marquee. Or in the description. Dual phase, face to face. There's cooperative mode you alluded to. All against one. Now that sounds awesome. Yeah, I'd mentioned that it too. Full co-op mode together against the occupier. You alluded. Solo mode alone against the automa. Figured that with 1 to 4, but still nice to mention. And component shots. Oh, so you place that there and you put the board underneath. Okay. I like it. I want it. I don't feel like the presentation was great, but I still want it. If you're not the target market, I don't know if I'm feeling that then, though. But if you are the target market, get out of here, fruit fly. Game designer in the field of video games, board games, and serious games. Serious games. Game designer for Atari, author and illustrator for The Thing, can't pronounce, co-founder of Numicon, founder of, okay, cool stuff. They have done other things. Air Postal, which did not go well. Then they got funded. The Great Race 2, which also, same story. Interesting. So every single time failing and then coming back the next month. Wow. And doing. That's interesting. That's very interesting to me. This one's bucking the trend. So that's good. That's well, good for them. Keep the nose on the grindstone, learn from the mistakes, keep going. Love it. Let's make sure people got their stuff. There's an issue with my metal boxes if you don't have straight stickers and all the stickers are not smooth but have random glue patterns at the top. I'm missing 2 Europe Challenge cards. I recommend that you read this page, which will answer all your questions. Thank you for that, I guess. I received my game. Was missing 1 co-pilot. 1's received 3. I'm a backer. 3 game finder. Everything arrived safely in Denver, Colorado. I'm curious though. So people got their stuff. Okay. Couple issues here and there. Language barrier, customer service, but looks like people got the stuff. Good deal. Okay. Gray Race 2. People get their stuff. 1,600 comments. That's concerning, unless they made a lot of money. They didn't make a lot of money. 1,600 comments is a lot. That's concerning. Except this is way past the fulfillment date, but I've just realized I dug the game out to play it that I never received a copy of the thing. It's not too late. Could you look into that 11 months ago? Cool. That's nice. That's great customer service. I received the game. Very nice, but I can't find the instructions for the additional material. That is nice. For bankruptcy of our service provider, Fun Again Logistics created many problems. Please send us an email. Okay. Yeah, because Fun Again did go under. So they were just dealt a rough hand, and they are powering through it. Love to see that. Really do. That's why I love looking at these. Sometimes they tell you a story. Okay, awesome. So, can you do it? Yes. They released the 2 games. We'll see how they are. Hopefully they mention that. Hopefully they spotlight their track record and how they've made games before. People got their stuff. Language is available. Cool thing. 1 to 4 players. There's that board. Yeah, like that picture right there. Like, that's so much better than, what was it? Funded in 1 day. Like, just the cool, like, oh yeah, you're going to be able to turn the board, and it gives, yeah, it looks great. Not to mention you got dual layer boards. Yeah, I feel like spotlighting some components would have been nice there, as opposed to just being so far zoomed out on the main image, because you got the very nice components. I'd love to see the price here relatively early. And you didn't use a featured pledge, which feels odd. Like, it's like, if you have that option, why not? Recruit, because that way you don't have to get right down to business with the price. Like, it's automatically there. Because now I'm just like, what's the price? What's the price? You're just giving me more buzzwords. Where's a rule booklet? Where's a gameplay video? Back to project now. Cool. Thank you for making that clickable. I also, okay, whatever. Join the resistance. Just get to the price. Asymmetric strategic gameplay. Constant tension. Every action directly impacts the balance of power between the resistance and the occupier, leading to a fierce battle into the very last turn. There you go. That's a way better way to explain to me why every decision matters, because the balance of power is always going between the resistance and occupier, but instead you just chose to here's old clips and newspaper pictures and all this other crap. Like, no, I get it, you're thematic, but show me the gameplay, show me the meat. That sounds fascinating. 4 game modes for varied experience. Yep, talked about it. A narrative campaign optional based on real life events. I don't feel like any of that was mentioned in that. Yeah. I feel like we could have spotlighted that a little bit more. Oh, that's not a bad price. Spoiler alert. $100. That feels like a great price. I would totally. Oh, it is the featured pledge. It just wasn't featured at top. Did I scroll past it? Huh. It does. Or does it not pin it? Does it not pin it like GameFound does? Because that's like, I guess it's nice that it pins it up top, but I kind of like how GameFound does it, where it's just fixed right up top. Boom, can't miss it. All right, now components. Here we go. Reward tiers. Tabletop simulator. Download the rule booklet. Oh my gosh, we got past all the good stuff. I feel like this is where the good stuff. Download the rule booklet, excellent. Tabletop simulator, excellent. Core box, 39 euros. I'd convert the currency. Most people are probably going to be from the United States of America. Typically, however, they are from France, which means France will beat us. And I don't think it'll be close, because France does big with their game designers consistently. Yup. Kudos for you. You could really easily be dipping your spoon more in that United States market, though. Like, there's a lot of people that love this style of game, and that's unfortunate that it's just like they're not getting the traction outside of the United States of America. And I think, I mean, it's just, you really got to dig in this one, I guess, to get excited about it, which sucks. You shouldn't have to, right? But you were 69th, 63rd in popularity. You know, there's 62 other games actively right now more popular than you, and probably about 130 less popular than you that are active. Not like, oh, just back it after the fact, but like active games. You know, you gotta bring it. $71, great. The full gameplay. 85 gets you this. So what's this ad? Oh, the acrylics expansion. All right, so yeah, that's a great price, which you convert it for. Oh, Kickstarter does actually. I can just look over there. So what is that price? So $100 for the all-in pledge with the acrylics. That's totally reasonable. That's what you spotlight right there. $100, thematic, campaign-driven story about these two countries going to war. You know, like, this is awesome. Base game, 46, 43 people took it. $84 for just all the gameplay. That's great. That's a fine price. Can you do it's a very strong yes, and I feel like it's taken way too long to get here. The fact that it took me 10 minutes to get here, you know, I feel like that's something you should be slapping me in the face with, because this is a rock solid price. You got nice components, you got the inlaid board, you got the cool nifty little thing where it's like, oh, you got the spiral thing that people love. You know, and then you got wooden meeples. Wow. Look at this, and that's a stretch goal. So this shouldn't be buried. This should be way higher. I'd get right to the price, and I'd show these components right from the jump. And honestly, some of these components are mentioning some of these. More of this stuff in the video would have been nice, instead of just all that sizzle. Like, once we get to the stake, it's like, yes, hand this to me. I want to play it. It looks great. So we got 86 cards, the Lysander miniature mini module, which means we have stretch goals. I put those way higher. Once you get funded, your goal then becomes immediately to hit stretch goals. 10 player aids, be still my beating heart. Like, that's awesome. That's what I want. And they change from year to year to year. Like, that's so cool. Like, honestly, the fact that your player aids change, you have 10 player aid cards that change from year to year to year in this game, has made me more excited about your game than just about anything else you've said up to this point. Like, one single thing. Which tells me that you're not spotlighting, like, the meat at all. And it's just such, this feels like a hidden gem. And dang it, I feel, oh, look at that cardboard inlay. That looks so nice to store everything in there. Like, this is great. And then look at this. I know this is a crazy novel concept, but we have information on the expansions. Because for whatever reason, that's hard for people to do now. And then we got the acrylics, the standees, and the pre-mats that look functional and artsy. Love it. Stretch goals, custom meeples, excellent. Banger. Lead off with this. Lead off with this, and you're going to easily get that $100 out of my pocket. Actually, you probably won't, because now I don't need the acrylics, do I? I just, yeah. Ooh, that's a core box component, too. I do love how they're labeling this. I got to go with a 2/3 of a point grade bump up, just for how good this meat is. Unfortunately, your bun has been terrible, but dang it, once we get to the meat, it's fantastic. Lysander mini module, and you updated your awards tier to showcase this. That was great. 3 Lysander cards, 5 cards, so 8 cards, 2 for each. Yeah, great. 3 new resistance cards, a sturdier board, so it's going to be thicker paper, whatever. Fantastic. Love it. Edmund, yeah, these should be way higher. I want to see, and they're micro stretch goals too, which just, it gets people like, oh yeah, let's get it. We're this close. You know, maybe you could upgrade to this or get it as a gift or something like that. Like, because these are very reasonable stretch goals, and they're stuff people want, right? Dividers. 2 storage boxes, double layered boards, resistance cards, resistance fighters. Like, depending on, like, they're hitting every gambit. You're going to be happy with stretch goals. Social stretch goals already unlocked. Great. Want to put that a little bit higher once again. Learn while playing. Yeah, I'd put these higher too, man. Yeah. Whoever went sizzle over steak, I feel like it wasn't a great choice, which sucks because. Oh, is this why? So yeah, VAT free, 25 euros. That's not terrible. It is terrible the fact that you have 3 different pledges, so there should be 3 different prices, but it's still not a terrible price. It's like 130. Doesn't feel great, but I feel like if that's the last thing that I see, and you organize this way better and actually like showcase to me what your game is instead of just stylish music, oh, random cards with like, and when I see these random cards, I don't get excited because it's like there's not a lot of text on them, so it's like, but then I guess there's a little bit. It's just, I don't know. But once you actually start talking about the game, yeah, it's like whoever had the argument about should we lead with sizzle over steak first won the argument in both the video and the story section, and I feel like that was not great. Because yeah, there should be a big market. Like, this game looks really cool. But maybe the track record. They also didn't spotlight the track record, which is a little bit odd to me. So let's check that one out when we get there. But let's have FAQ updates, comments, give this one a grade. I'm French. I'm gonna back it. You guys support your game designers so well. So kudos 100 million billion% to you. I don't give shout outs to many countries. But I sure as hell always put some respect on French's name because I look at the numbers, I see the receipts, and gosh, darn it, France, you rock. How many players can play Liberation? Are the stretch goals? I'd organize this like Reload from Colossal Games or a variety of other different ones. So that way, if your question's number 13, you don't have to go through all of them. Be like, this one's about VAT, this one's about shipping, this one's about player count or something. New stretch goals unlock. The resistance grows stronger. 3 comments, 12 comments, 2 comments, 6 comments, 1 comment. So I want to check out the most exciting update. So it looks like we got a 13 commenter and a 12 commenter. All right, so we got the French English version. Cool. Hopefully, awesome. It's interesting that they led with the French. They title the update in English, but then they lead with the French, which it's an odd choice to me. It's not bad or good. It just feels like one of those ones where typically what you see is they'll have both the French text and then the English text in the main, headline of the email. Oh, and they're getting voting. Great. Cool. Awesome. Getting voting. I know the company, I'm trusting them, so it's okay. I've seen gameplay videos. I can enjoy with them. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. That one versus all. Like, that got me. Like, that was like, oh, I can be the bad guy and everybody else gets to be the good guys. Or, well, that's relative, obviously. But, yeah, I do. Yeah, like, this game looks awesome. I want to see you do better. Get more stretch goals because they got a whole bunch of them planned and they look like good ones. And I imagine that they got an even longer list after that because they look like they had their ducks in a row on this sort of stuff. Good. Going in here, it's all French, so I don't know what they're saying, but cool. Good customer service. But yes, they have to use English first for attracting people. But the update, though, that's only going to their backers. And at this point, they know that it's like, oh, yeah, it's France. France is just crushing everyone, right? Like, Paris almost has more than the United States combined. Like, if you combine Paris and Lyon and hell, we'll throw in Montpellier. God, frickin' Montpellier. We'll throw in them, and we got more. I don't know anything about Montpellier. Actually, I also don't know how to do math, because that gets me to 60. But sure, tear me apart, France. I love it. You guys rock. All right, updates, Scott. Let's get out of here. Okay, don't know. Cool. And I'm not saying it in a negative way. It's like, cool. I can't read these. I don't know what they say. I do, however, want to check out their Board Game Geek track record, though, because that is one thing that they very oddly didn't mention at all. Even if you just allude to, like, hey, we've made other games. Like, you can, like, if it's just another thing you have in your side pocket to say, oh, yeah, we've done games before. And that's one thing, like a video. You can be like, oh, yeah, we designed these games. Now, it doesn't look like the games are... So, 5788, that one, actually, that makes me want to play that one. And then the Great Race 2 came out. 12,000, that's odd. Typically, when you see something that redoes that, and then 9,700. And I wonder if these are translations for language. A lot of times, that's what happens with these. Why is a TGR a very good game for me and maybe for you? Okay. Either way, they're not terrible. Like, that's the thing. Like, if they were like 20,000, it's like, okay, that's not language barrier. That's most likely just the game is absolute garbage. But when you're in the 5 to 10 to 12, that means most people probably liked it. They thought it was good. And a lot of times one single bad rule booklet can really get you in that area, unfortunately. I feel like we've all played those games where it's like, man, that game's so good once you get past the rule booklet. And I don't know if that's the case, but a lot of times with, translating's hard. So, bottom line, Liberation, final grade. Do I want it? Yeah, I do. I'm the target market. I do want it. However, I don't feel like your main image. But the residents, I feel like we should have mentioned first and foremost, like, it's historical. I feel like one versus all would be great to mention here. Fun in less than 24 hours. Don't care at all. Like stretch goals hit. Like, that'd be way more value to put here. And then maybe you could even, instead of, I know it's a wild concept, but instead of getting rid of this fun in less than 24 hours, nobody cares, put those gorgeous looking meeples, right? Upgraded paper. Like, there's so many other things here that could be a selling point that are universal. Like, it's not like people in America are like the only ones who like, fancy meeples, right? So I feel like spotlighting just what you got. I don't feel like they did the greatest job. But do I want it? Yes, I do. How much is it? It feels rough. That $30 when you get to the shipping, that feels rough. But at the end of the day, it's when you're shipping from France, it's kind of like, yeah, I get it. And they also mentioned that, hey, there's no VAT, so that's nice. They reassured me on that. 130 though, I'm in. Feels fine. It feels Kickstarter reasonable, especially with the topsy-turvy shipping we're in and it coming from France. And then can you do it? Track record is an odd one, right? Fail, succeed. Fail, succeed, succeed. So congratulations on that. But coming back every time, and it looks like there's a lot of good stuff here. Like I said, once we got to the meat of this project, I thought they crushed it. It's just getting to it. I felt like it was rough. So hopefully hopefully get to that. Like that video, I think really, like, I get what they were trying to do, but it's just slow down. Like, I don't know. I feel like there definitely could have been more here. But either way, I'm excited for this game. Liberation final grade is I think it's like a B minus, C plus. Rule booklet, game. Yeah, I'm gonna go B minus because let's be frank. We got gameplay, we got rule booklet, we got all those videos down there. We got a solid track record of releasing games. You got stretch goals, you got social goals getting hit, you got people excited about this, you got asymmetry, you got a lot of great stuff going with this game. I'm gonna go with a B minus. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Liberation, the intense asymmetric game where resistance and occupier clash in a shadow war. And also, quick shout out, either today or on Wednesday, there will be no show as I'm going to go work on a beach and move some rocks. Have a good one. Bye-bye.